You want to talk about trauma? Talk about the trauma of having a pick-me mother.
Let's talk about pick-me mothers. We talk about pick-me's, but we don't talk about pick-me mothers. The kind of women that would pick their husband regardless of whatever he does. They will pick him over their child, over their children. Let's talk about pick-me mothers. Do you have any experience with any pick-me mother? Let me know down in the comment section. Let me go ahead and roll this clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
You want to talk about trauma? Talk about the trauma of having a pick-me mother. People don't talk about it a lot, but there's a specific trauma that comes with that. And when I say a pick-me mother, I mean a mom who will seek male validation or the approval of men over the safety of their children. And it happens a lot more than you think. These are women who will quite literally side with a man over their children, who will prioritize the affection and attention of men over their children. And we see pick-me's all the time, but what we don't know is that pick-me's have babies, and those babies walk away traumatized. Why? Because pick-me's are more prone to putting their children in harm's way through emotional neglect, allowing physical and other forms of abuse. These things happen as a result of moms prioritizing the needs of men over their children or themselves. I highly recommend, if you have a pick-me parent, to just examine your relationship with yourself and your relationships with romantic partners and things like that, because it can show up in so many different areas of your life. And we don't want to repeat them patterns. And let me just note that a lot of women are conditioned to be pick-me's because we live in a patriarchal society, obviously. But that doesn't excuse the behavior. It just is like an explanation for the behavior. If you are a pick-me parent and you feel like your man needs to come first, I should whack you, but I'm not going to do that. But I will say, work on yourself, please.
Hey beautiful people, how y'all doing today? It's your favorite girl again, Maria David, and I'm back again with another interesting video. Let's talk about pick-me mothers, the ones that will pick men over their child, over their children at any given time. Yes, let's talk about them in today's video, okay? I have interesting reactions to share with you, so let's go ahead and watch the stitches together. I would like to know your thoughts about this down in the comment section respectfully, and I will share my own thoughts at the end of all the stitches.
You want to talk about trauma? Talk about the trauma of having a pick-me mother. People don't talk about it a lot.
I'm just curious why the original content creator of this video did not use the word narcissist in his video, being that he's a therapist. That's a red flag to me, because he used the word pick me when he should have used the word narcissist. I pick up on little things like that, but let me just, continue on with his point. A pick-me mother is a narcissistic mother. Yeah. How do I know? I'm the product of, my mother was a narcissist, a very violent, malignant sociopath, if you will. And yes, unfortunately, she is a male-worshipping woman. She's been married twice. She married my father, my father's a complete loser, deadbeat father. And a misogynist. And when he could not control her, he actually was angry when she divorced him. She got $35 a week in child support for 3 children. My father would not work. He constantly got fired, like mad. All he kept saying to us was he always wanted to keep his family together, but you're a terrible provider. So, she turned around and she married a second time. She married a big drug dealer. He had money, and they were doing good for a while until he got busted by the feds and had to do prison time. I say all this to say her second husband molested me. Wow. He did. At the time, my mother was physically assaulting me. I was in high school, and she sliced me in the face with a curling iron. She sliced my eye right here. I still have you can see the mark. It's there, even though it's really light. She sliced my face open with a curling iron. I went to school. This was my senior year, my 12th grade year of high school. One of my guidance counselors noticed the scar on my face, and she said, "Who did that to you?" And I wouldn't tell her. I was so scared to, say anything. So she said, "Come in my office." And After talking to me for a little bit, I confessed that my mother did this to my face. So my guidance counselor called Child Protective Services on my mother. And at that time, I was able to confess to my guidance counselor that I had been molested by her second husband as well. And at the time, he had went to prison for, he got busted for selling drugs. So I think he got, I don't know if he got 5 to 10 years. I don't remember. It's been a long time. But Child Protective Services got on my mother's ass. They kept that investigation open for over a year. I say all this to say, I told my mama that man molested me. And guess what? She's still married to him to this day, 30 something years later. I don't know if it's been 35 years, 40 years. They've been married a long time, but they don't live together. She put him in a nursing home because his health is failing. He's really sick. He's had a couple of strokes, and that's his karma. He knows what he did to me, and God is punishing him for that. But my mother to this day will not divorce the man. Even though she don't touch the man, she probably don't want to sleep with him. She's disgusted by him. She probably has a life insurance policy on him, and she's waiting for him to croak. That's why she won't divorce him. And she also loves holding the title of a married woman. It makes her feel superior over single women. That is the definition of a pick-me. Yeah. Pick-me women will put grown-ass men before their children, and they're jealous of their daughters because they know their boyfriends and husbands secretly want to sleep with their daughters. Instead of being mad at the fucking man, she attacks her fucking daughter. And by the way, this man that molested me, my mother's second husband, he fucked one of her girlfriends, her close girlfriends. Yeah, everybody knows about it around town. He's probably fucked a couple of her girlfriends, if I were to guess. He was the town whore. And he had drug money, so I'm sure, he's trash, and so is my mother. And that's why I cut her off. It's been close to 15 years now. I don't want to see her ever again. Ever. My mother is the epitome of a pick-me. And the sad thing is I have a younger sister. She's trained my sister to be a miniature version of herself. She's an extension of my mother. My sister is a pick-me as well, a narcissistic pick-me. Pick-me women are dangerous because these are the types of women that look the other way when they see a man beating on a woman. These are the women that look the other way when they see a man molesting their daughters. They rather hold on to the man and ignore their daughter and treat their daughter like shit and put their daughter out in the streets. These are the types of women that glorify abusive men. These are the types of women that will sleep with a toxic man. They love being side chicks. They love breaking up happy homes. They're home wreckers. They're trashy women. They really are low moral, piss poor morally fucking pieces of garbage. So I can identify with this. And I wrote a book. My book is currently on sale in Amazon. You could click the link in the bio to purchase my book. It's called I Can't Stand My Mother. I'll show y'all in a minute. Okay, y'all, this is my book on Amazon. I Can't Stand My Mother. How to Shut Down Your Narcissistic Ringleader Mama and Your Two-Faced Female Relatives. Yep, I did that. That's on me. It's a quick read, but if you have a toxic, jealous mother and she's always, chasing behind toxic penis, this is the book for you. It's therapeutic. Get it on Amazon. Click the link in my bio, and the book will be yours.
You want to talk about trauma? Talk about the trauma of having a pick-me mother.
I don't know if I'm doing this right or not. I don't know how to use TikTok, but I just watched that video, which I hope is the video before this, and I was a pick-me mom, and I was a young mom, a young single mom, and I'm not gonna do like this whole big deep video, but I just want to say for any other mom out there that recognizes that at some point in time you may have been a pick-me mom, or maybe you're in a space where you're realizing now you're a pick-me mom. It's okay. It's okay because you've lived through it. It's okay because hopefully Your children have lived through it, and if you can acknowledge it, if you can seek the counseling and support and resources that you need to be a better version of you, and be willing to share and extend that to and with your kids, it's okay. The video just made me feel, it made me feel sad. It made me feel really sad, because I recognize all the time that I was a pick-me mom when my kids needed to be my #1 priority. And I didn't know. I didn't know. I was young and I was naive, and I thought, if I can make this person or get this person to love me, then of course he's going to love my kids. And then they'll have a happy 2-parent household, because that was the end goal. Again, I said I wasn't going to go into all the things, and I don't want it to seem like I'm sitting here making excuses. I acknowledge I was a pick-me mom. I have acknowledged it to my children, and continue to work on relationships with them. They're now young adults. I continue to work on having good relationships with them, and I practice an open door policy, I guess, where you know, I'm here to listen to them when they so choose to, and I'm just trying to grow from it, and hopefully my owning of my shortcomings helps them to be better people and better parents. So again, I don't know, I just wanted to send a message to the moms out there who might have watched that and felt some type of way, and it's okay. We're all going to be okay. And I will also be very transparent in saying that I have 3 children, and one of those 3 children and I are currently not speaking, and I'm pretty confident it has everything to do with the fact that he grew up with a pick-me mom. And I'm respecting his journey. And it's not easy, but it's okay. We're all, as long as we're doing our best, as long as we're trying. I don't know if I don't know who I think I am. I'm no TikTok influencer, clearly, because there's no, this is not very well articulated. There's whatever, but it was on my heart to try and do this damn stitch. So I don't know if it's gonna work or not. And either I made you laugh at me, with me, and or hopefully made you feel better if you had some of the reactions that I did to this video.
If you're still here, kindly put your thought down in the comment section. Do you have any experience with a pick-me mom? Were you a pick-me mom? You can actually see her confessing that she was a pick-me mom, and she acknowledged that she was a pick-me mom, but she felt bad at the end of the day. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. For me, I feel like these pick-me moms, yes, according to the first creator, you can also say that they are narcissist mom. And we've talked about narcissist parents, that even adult children that do not talk to their parents again because they were narcissists, and they've realized when they are adult age that they don't also have anything to do with their parents anymore because of the things that their parents, you know, their narcissist parents put them through. So now, when it comes to your mom, especially your mom treating you bad, and you can see that she's treating you bad, it hurts a different way. Example, imagine you being molested. Imagine you being raped by your mom's lover, and you going to tell your mom that you were molested or you were raped by your mom's lover, and she's telling you to keep quiet, or it's your fault, it's because you like my man. You know, I see videos like that, and I hear stories like that. It happens. Most mothers do not believe, and now we see them that they are the narcissist mother, they are the pick-me mother. They pick their man over their children, especially their daughter, all over again, because they want to make the man to like them whatever costs. But they don't know that they are making their children to hate them, to dislike them. And when the child grows up, the child will never forget. The child will never forget. Sometimes when you sit down and think about some things that your mom must have done to you, your dad must have done to you while you were growing up, and be like, oh, these my parents were actually narcissists. And I feel like almost all African parents, to me, have that narcissist, you know, behavior in them. Not all, almost all of them have it, but some of them are actually trying to drag themselves out of it, and some know that they are narcissists. Some are even just like this person. The last stage, she was, you know, confessing that she was a pick-me mom. Yeah, some mothers have realized that they've made a big mistake and they've chosen men over their children. They've chosen men over their children, and I realized that it's not worth it. It's not worth it regardless. You remember the video that I posted about this African auntie saying that even if a husband raped her daughter, she's not going to divorce the husband. She's not going to divorce the husband because she can forgive him, blah, blah, blah. Like, these are what happened. That is why most of the time when you were molested as a child, you cannot even go and talk to your mom, because you already know what the answer is going to be. Most of them feel like you're trying to, you know, take their money away from them, blah blah blah, or you want to scatter the home and all of that. It all boils down to them being pick-me and narcissists. And I know that one way or the other, somebody you and I must have experienced something like that while we're growing up. Even now, we have those people around us, and we need to talk about it, because they are narcissist mom that are actually making their children to go through a lot. And they might not know it yet. Some might not know that they are even a pick-me mom. They don't even know, but some knows. And my own is, if you think you're a pick-me mom, if you don't know, just go check. Because if you're a pick-me mom and you have a child and you're being pick-me to your child, you're being a pick-me mom to your child, so affect the child in the long run. Most of the time, you should not pick your man over your child. It's really, especially your daughters, when they come to tell you that they were molested, they were raped, or they are scared of a particular person, especially someone that you think you love, probably your brother, your husband, you should believe them. Seriously, you should believe them, because I really don't understand whereby our parents then, you can't go and tell them these things, because they will tell you to shush your mouth because you don't know what you're saying. At the end of the day, they will start blaming you, that you're the one that was something very skimpy, you're the one that was, you know, smiling too much, you're the one that was, they will start putting the blame on you. Then you will now realize, okay, probably I'm the problem, but whereas you're not the problem. Anyways, let's talk about pick-me mom down in the comment section. I would really love to hear your thoughts about this down in the comment section. And thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and kindly turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified once I upload another interesting video like this one. And of course, I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.